It's a separate color from mine. I'll do it.
Welcome home. Good to see you. It was cold and raining this morning. I stayed in bed. It took me about an hour and a half to meditate to get my bones working. And then I kind of tiptoed down the hill, came into town. I was talking to you guys yesterday. I did my Thanksgiving turkey. I usually do it early because everything's on sale. In stores, all retail stores, a step comes in, and they got to get rid of whatever's on the shelves for space. So that stuff is on sale, and they usually get a gigantic surge of stuff. So they actually put the stuff that just came in on sale too for a day or two. So I got a nice big turkey and all the fixings for about $35. But if I were to buy it in a week or so, it'd probably cost closer to $100. And I always buy what's on sale. And then I always buy a can or two extra. And talking about buying a can or two extra, as we count down, it would be wise every time you go to the supermarket to buy a gallon or so of either distilled water or purified water, as they sell. And you can have like 60 days worth of water in your house and 60 days worth of canned food. Canned food is great. So, I'm poor enough to have the blessing of the food kitchen. So I go there and get stuff. And so I, don't eat it all at once. So my cans, stack up. And out there in the deep forest, I've got a couple years worth of cans of stuff. What's amazing is even though that can may look cruddy, may rust, may do all the above, you open it up, still good. People got really neurotic about they buy all this food and then it rots in the refrigerator. But even when it rots, it's good. It's like bananas. When they're all black and soft, that's when they're their best. That's when I cook with them. Anyway, so like I've been telling you, I've been observing for the last year or two a number of these long run trends, and a lot of them deal with earth changes, but what people don't realize is that Y2K, 2012, and a whole myriad of other points in time, synchronistic moments. One of our parallel universes got wiped out, but we stayed here. So there is a great opportunity here from now on, from this minute on, if we all pray, if we all do our best, if we all are that better angel and not the devil, we can get through this and we can have a better world. All the nuttiness that's going on, the fires in California, hurricanes on the East Coast, and earthquakes all around the world. Because it's not just what's going on in America, it's what's going on around the world. And the wars. Every time I do a chat. Anyway, so I see my part. I see my part as her sensei. You know, you're your reader advisor, your cheerleader, and if it needs, I can get out front. But it's really up to the whole family. This is a team effort, not just me, right? And so, in every day, in every way, we can make the world better and better. We'll be fine. Right? Don't get freaked out by all of this fear porn. If you got to watch porn, watch the real thing, and watch a good one where people actually are having fun, that they're not like chewing gum and just going through the motions. So everything is as it should be, as my teacher would always say. Things can always be worse. I was sitting in this kind of my favorite breakfast spot, and that was full of people. And I basically chased them out. I said, "Oh, you know what today is?" And half of them had no idea. "Oh, it's Monday." And there were a couple of folks who said, "No, it's Veterans Day." I said, "Well, you know what that means?" And well, it's for veterans. So they give us their life, and we only give them one day, 12 hours a year. And I'm like, And then I kind of started telling them stories. And the one that really chased them out was when I was saying, more veterans from Afghanistan and Iraq. And then I started naming all the other countries we were having wars in, which I had no idea that we were there, like Syria and Lebanon, and all through Africa and Asia. And I said, more vets from Iraq and Afghanistan have committed suicide since then died in Vietnam. And they were, and then I proceeded to explain exactly the gory details. And they all left. But they didn't want to be responsible, didn't want to hear it. And I kept saying, it's all on you guys. We've had war. We've been at war, constant war, real war, not just a few guys fooling around, but real war for 18 years. And no one seems to care. No one seems to notice. But I then explained to them that it's like Rome. Rome was in the same pickle. And the only way it could keep its empire was constantly being at war. And that, took a lot of money. And so it gave them tremendous debts. And they did the same thing. The Roman coin was, made out of gold and silver. And as the years went by and all these wars and all this debt, they kept nipping off parts of the coin and devaluing it. And now to the point where their coin had no value. And, just like ours. Our money is just paper. And it's only propped up by being the petrodollar. But once that ends, why do you think, we've been out in space, the powers that shouldn't be have had access to technology that's thousands of years ahead of where we are. Free energy. I mean, Tesla invented or discovered, zero point energy at his Colorado experiments in Colorado Springs in 1870s, 1880s. And so, go see this movie about magicians, trying to make the best act. And then Michael Caine's in it, and David Bowie plays Nikola Tesla. Go check that out. And so, why do you think they don't roll that out? I mean, if they gave everyone free energy and matter Yes, please, darling. Oh, you are the bomb.
I'm trying to keep up with this.
Well, I appreciate your service. You got a straw in your little pocket there? I'll take one of them. Oh. So how long have you lived in Roanoke?
Oh, let's see, 25,
Oh, you're
20 years.
well, you're a Roanokean. You are a Roanokean.
Yeah, right?
You belong here. You are. So, do you have kids? Did you have a family? Got one 12. That was yummy. They got a straw there? Okay. Anyway. So. Hey, guys. And most people who are in service, if they get out alive, they're just happy to be there, like my dad. He suffered severe PTSD, but they didn't even know where it was. They just thought he was an angry Italian.
That would be that hard to do.
So, we have great opportunities here. This is a point in time where if we awaken, become responsible for our transmuting our fear into love, we can change the world. And just a handful. I mean, there were like 17 on the live chat yesterday. And more and more people are coming to this. You need to spread it. You need to say, hey, watch Sensei Al-Ba. But you also have to be the adept. What is the adept? The adept is more than just a student. The adept is the person who's on the path, who's following it, who realizes that they have to step up. They have to be better. Have to be the awakened soul. And it takes time to. Took you however many years to get to this place, to be asleep and awake, like sleepwalking. So I'll leave these live chats down to you. Yep. And so, what did your grandfather have to say to you about war? Because it's such a horrific experience. A lot of men who experience it have never had that kind of bond. When you're in a platoon and you're being shelled, as I say, there are no atheists in the foxhole, and so they come to Jesus pretty quick. And and that's why guys who are like in ISIS, etc., they have nothing in their life. And then they get juiced up, have this experience, and they think, oh, wow, I found it. killing and raping is for Allah is what it's about. No, sorry, it's not about. So, you know, we have to step up. So I've been on 15 minutes, 28 seconds. So everyone who watches this, go buy some water, buy some extra canned food, and a good can opener. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to open up a can with a crappy can opener that doesn't work, and you end up having to beat the heck out of the top of the can, and half the food goes all over the place. So get yourself a good can opener, and stop wasting things. I go, since I have no money, I go in the supermarket and I buy, $11 worth of stuff. What's ever on sale? Mostly vegetables. Luckily, right now, the vegetable that's most on sale is escarole, my favorite. Big head of escarole for 99 cents. Can't beat it. Big heads of parsley. And if you put that stuff in a dry, cool place, it'll last a couple months. I worked at the VA for a number of years, and my job basically was to just talk to everyone. And in the 70s, early 70s, when I did that, there were still guys from World War I and World War II and Korea, Vietnam, and they all needed to talk. And that's what, a Veterans Day is everyone should go and talk to a veteran. The week before, you used to be talking up to your community. Oh, so you a veteran, you a veteran, you a veteran. Find out who is and start talking to them. They have great stories. And, the movie is very interesting. Overlord, J.J. Abrams' World War II monster movie. It's a great movie. I mean, a lot of people, that's the guy I went to, it's so ugly, I can't watch all this blood and guts. Well, that's war. He really portrays it well, because it's not gratuitous at all. That's what happens. And if people were to accept that, understand that, realize how bad it is and not to let it ever happen again. And what's really bad is today with modern smart bombs, they're not too smart. They go after the people who die most are women and children. Oh. I mean, you have to realize that in most wars, both sides are funded by the same hidden hand, same oligarchy, same cartel. Now, there are different gangs in this cartel.
And here's your ticket.
Thank you, Princess.
Thank you.
Yep. Oh. 19 minutes, okay. I think at 20 minutes, 20 seconds. So I'm going to say good night. Good morning. How you doing? So, contemplate all of this that I say. All of you who pull back and watch this later this morning, early this afternoon. I'll be on there, on channel, on chat tonight around 7 p.m. There's a window. I don't do it right on the dot. I'm usually there within 10, 15, half an hour. Like last night, I got there at 7 something, 7:10 or 7:02 or anyway. Well, here it is, 1952, 54, 56. Those were very interesting years. That's what brought us now. Okay, we're 2002. 2004, 2006. Think of what you were doing in these years. 2009, 2010, 2011. And at 2020, I'm out of here. Off to do my errands. And I'll be back at 7 p.m. 2018, 2020. Love you.